Okay guys, you can see it's been cooking for about 3 minutes now. It's getting some nice crispies on the bottom. And here is the secret ingredient for any good soup or sauce. Get yourself a cheap bottle of wine. This is like $3 or something. We do not drink wine, but I always use it for cooking. So we're going to use this to deglaze the pan, and we're going to add our mushrooms. You're going to want your heat a little high in order to deglaze. So we're going to add maybe about a half a cup of wine to cover the bottom and let it deglaze. Oh, look at that goodness. You can deglaze a pan with anything. You can use chicken broth. I use beer sometimes. You can just use water. But that's going to get all that good toasty goodness off the bottom of your pan to make an amazing soup. I promise most people that make soup forget the deglazing stage. Also, when you cook out alcohol, like I said, this is probably about a half a cup that I put in the bottom. Turning around one more time. When you cook alcohol and make sure it reduces, there won't be any actual alcohol in this. It is just going to save all the good flavor, and look at all that good stuff coming off the bottom. So now we're going to add our mushrooms, and we're just going to let that all just marinate happily for a little bit. Actually, you know what? Probably going to add some more wine. That cooked for about a couple minutes. It's reduced by about half. And now we are going to make a roux. A roux is just adding as much flour to butter ratio to thicken the sauce. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add just one more little chunk of butter. Kind of melt in there for a minute. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I wish you could smell this. And now as the butter is cooking down in there, we are probably going to add about 3 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more, of just flour. You can use whatever flour you have. For me, this is a mixture of white and wheat. We're going to add that to it. Mix it all around and let that get toasty. You want the flour to cook before we do the next step, which is adding the stock. So mix it in good and let it toast up a little bit. Alright guys, it has been toasting up for about 30 seconds, and now we are going to add the chicken broth. At this point, you just keep adding whatever broth you want. This is going to take me a minute, so actually I'm going to add whatever broth you want to cover up the total soup, and let that boil for another 15 minutes. I will come back at the end of tonight and show you how this soup came out. Mwah! You can cook, I promise you, it's not that hard.